Hello everyone, we're going to get started in the next few minutes. I know a few of you have already joined. I'm hoping the audio and everything is fine. If everything's fine, a few thumbs up will help me and my team get started, and we'll get started sharp at 8 o'clock. Hello everyone, welcome to Hyrox Delhi. My name is Deepak. As the country head of Hyrox India, I welcome all of you to a brand new season. So 2025-26 is here. We had a fantastic debut in Mumbai. Thank you, Mumbai. We had about 1,650 people who primarily started in Mumbai. And guess what? We have almost 1,000 people more. We are 2,600 people here who will be rocking Delhi tomorrow. So we are at a fantastic venue. As you can see, this is Yashu Bhoomi. It's a great venue. We thank the venue partners and everybody else for hosting us here. And in terms of coming to the event itself, as I said, the debut in Mumbai was great, and the entire community, the gym going community, the running community, the general fitness community, everybody's taken on to the sport. That's the main thing for us. We wanted to give a new sport for all of the people. Whether it's runners, gym goers, or it's a great intersection point. And the key thing here, it's for everybody. There is singles if you want to do the whole thing. There is doubles if you're not too sure. And there's relays, where a bunch of 4 people, 2 male, 2 female, all female, so many options for you to try the sport. If not, just come over, spectate, and I'm sure you will be wanting to do it next time, right? So over the course of this session, my colleagues from the technical race directing team, which is Jakob, Alathea, and Nell, will take you through a lot of movement standards, workstations, walk you through a lot of things in terms of housekeeping, registrations, how it happens. But before I hand it over to them, one last time, a big thank you for the community of how they've taken on Hyrox and how the whole country has latched onto this new sport. We are here to make the sport bigger, and we would love to see you as part of this journey. All right, I'd like to welcome Jakob. Jakob, welcome to India. And
thank you.
Over to you to take the team through. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of races in different countries. So every new country and region which starts off, I'm sure you have some thoughts and things. You can maybe share them, and then we'll let you get started with the actual session.
Yes, fantastic. Yeah, it's really cool to be here in Delhi. This is probably about my 40th race globally, so it's really cool. But the venue looks fantastic. And the whole vibe and community is great here. So I'm really looking forward to see the community, to see you guys out there on the race floor. Like Deepak said, my name is Jacob. I'm the race director. Me and my team will make sure that you have a great experience, good and fair judging, and that you make it all the way till workstation 8 and the finisher stage.
Absolutely. Over to you.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
All right, guys. So we will start over here at registration. So the day when you come in, you will come in through this big, nice hall, and we will head over to the athlete check-in. This is where the athlete check-in, the registration counters will be. They will be manned by some of my colleagues, and I will sneak through the queue line here, but you guys will have this serpentine to line up and to get to one of these desks. And so when you guys get here tomorrow on Saturday, there will be a colleague of mine here. They will give you an athlete band. There are 3 different colors depending on what division you go to. So if you can see here, there are different colors. Black one is for Men Pro. The gray one is for Women Pro or Men Open. And then the white one is for Women Open. And the nice thing about this is if you get the white wristband, you also go and look for all the white weights. So when you come to the kettlebells, the white ones will be for you. When you come to wall balls, the white wall balls will be for you. So it's color coded everywhere, all the way through. So it makes a lot of sense. You will also here get a number. To get this number, you need to have 2 things prepared to make this smooth. One will be your email with your QR code, and the second will be an ID, so that you can show that you are the person who signed up for the race. When you do that, they will give you a number, and this number actually makes sense. It's not just a 6-digit number randomly. So if I were to start 11:30, my first 2, my second 2 would be 30. So the 4 first ones are my start time. And then in each start wave, we have 38 people starting. we're good, would be 38. So this time is when you start. 10 minutes before this, you can head into the start tunnel, which I will show you later when we get into the venue. But this number is really important for you guys to have so that the Startline manager knows when you guys are starting. We're good again. Okay, guys, sorry for that. We're back. And so when you're done with the registration, because you will need your athlete number, you can head over here. This is the bag pickup. When you arrive at the bag pickup, or bag drop, sorry. Bag pickup is obviously after the race. Come to the bag drop. So on this side, you head into the counter. When I come here, one of my colleagues will be standing here. They will help you out. So all you need to do is bring your bag over here. You show them your race number, and they will basically take care of everything. So they will show, they will put you in a list. They will take your bag, they will put it over here. They will know when you left the bag, so they will also know how you can get it back. So basically when you're done with the race, you come back here, you show them the number, and they will be able to sign you out. If you're a relay, for example, you all can store the bags at the same time, or you can come and pick them up at different times. So our team will keep track of that. So very nice and easy. Just bring your bag here, because you can't have it in the start zone. You can't have it in the warm-up area. So you will basically need to come and store it here before your race. So make sure that when you leave it here, you don't need anything else. And that will include phones, anything else. We don't want anything on the racetrack. We want a safe, nice space for the race. But as I make my way in, I will tell you about a few exceptions. So for one, if you're asthmatic, if you need an inhaler, that's okay. That's something that you can bring. If you don't want to have it on your person, of course, if you want to have someone to help you to hand it over. I know the rule says you're not allowed to hand anything over the fence to a racer, but an inhaler is a medical issue, and that's a different story. But please, if you can, do store it on your person so that you have it whenever you need it. Same as with the phone. There's an exception with the phone. If you do need your phone to check glucose levels or anything like that, that's fine. So, but if you do that, us race directors, we will have to know that, because if we see someone with a phone on the race course, we will take it from you, because you can have phones around, because it's a safety issue, right? So if you need a phone for medical reasons, please let us know in help desk and tell them before the race, and they will let the race directors know. All right, guys, look at this. We are inside the venue, and we'll just take a little spin around for you guys to see it all, but this is fantastic. This is such a cool venue, and I mean, Delhi just delivers. This is a really cool, and this will be, the vibe will be totally different tomorrow. This will be pumping with music, the DJ will be going, the MCs will be there, so it will be a great time. This behind me here is basically the crossing. We're not going to go too in depth on that, but that's for the spectators to get into the spectator zone so that they can look and watch you guys when you are racing. On our other side, we have the warm-up area. Over here is where you will be able to warm up before your race. You will have access to this, and you can come in here and warm up before your race. You can try out some different movements, the different machines and stuff. And 10 minutes before your start. So for me, that would be 11:20, because I'm starting 11:30. You can head into the start tunnel. And in the start tunnel, there will be videos going, there will be music, the vibe will be crazy. And right here, you can see this black loop. This black loop is where your timing chip crosses. And actually, make sure that I come back to this timing chip, because before you head into the start tunnel, at registration, you will not only get your band, but you will also get a strap, and on here you will have your timing chip. This strap, before you head into the start tunnel, they will check that you have placed this strap on your ankle. It needs to be strapped on your ankle, nowhere else on the body can it be, because that loop right there on the floor, and we have plenty of those on around the race course, they will be registering your time and you as you run around the course. So we know exactly where you've been, your split times. So it's important that that chip is on your ankle. Behind that black loop, you have a white line. I hope you can see it, but you will definitely see it tomorrow. And this white line, and I will go in here and show you, you will have to stand behind this white line, because if you cross this, the risk is that this will register you before your race, and your race will start as soon as you're registered for that. So you need to stay behind the line and not cross this line until the counter says 0 and it's go time. All right? So make sure you don't cross that white line. All right, we are now gonna head over to the stations. We are currently on the running track. And the running track is obviously today a bit busy. We're still building, we're still finalizing everything. So don't mind if there's a little bit of mess here, but that's normal. And tomorrow when you come in, it will be top tier. It will look ready for you guys. What you see here to my left is the medical zone, but also the relay zone. So when you guys are doing the relay tomorrow, it will basically be as soon as you cross the running track on the crossing where we entered before, you will take a right and you will have the relay zone right there. And that will be where everyone except the first person for a relay will be. So the first person who starts a relay, and all of this will be said in the briefing, of course, but the first person who starts a relay will start from the start tunnel where we just came from. All the others, the 3 others, will be in the relay zone and they will be waiting for their partner right there. So when they've done the first run, they go in and do the station, they come back and they go in the relay zone, and then they switch. So then the second person goes out. All of this will be briefed in detail in the relay briefing tomorrow. So let's make sure that you come for the relay briefing. It's 5 o'clock tomorrow. And if you don't know where it is, you just ask outside. It is on the webpage, you can find it. But if you don't know where it is, you just talk to the people out at registration and help desk and they will let you know. Right, so we're slowly walking down along the running track. The running track has 2 sections. It's not taped down yet, but basically furthest in, and you can basically look at the floor here. You have these silver metal brackets. There will be a line, a white line going right here. So closest to the fence, to the barricades, this will be your fast lane. This is for all the runners who go really quick. And we're talking like running, you know, around a 4 pace per kilometer. They will be in here, they will go super fast. If you're slower than that, go outside. Then you don't risk someone running into you, because obviously they want to take the shortest route. It's a little bit longer here, but we're talking a few meters per round. So if you don't want to end up being shoved, being pushed aside, keep to the outside, let them be on the inside. All right, guys, we're now in the in arch. This big white arch is always where you guys want to come in after your runs. So when you run, you will always go in on the 3rd time you see this arch. So when you start, you will run down where we just came. You will see this arch 1 time. You will continue to run past it and you will do another lap. You will see it a 2nd time. You will pass it again, continue around, and the 3rd time you see this arch. So you don't need to count the laps. Just the 3rd time you see this arch, you go in. And for the first one, we will obviously go into the first station, which is Skierg. And from here, I will leave the word to my colleague Alethea, who is also a race director tomorrow. Oh, and we're just gonna turn on the mic here. And there, let us know if the sound works for Alethea, but it should.
Sound check, are we all good to go? Okay team, let's talk about the ski erg. So once you come in the in arch, head straight to workout station number 1. You will run in. As an athlete, you will run in. A judge will wave you into a workstation. So athlete comes in, you must go to the designated lane that a judge points to. Once you get to your workstation, you start pulling. You go through your 1,000 meters. Once you have done 1,000 meters on the ski erg, you will raise your hand. Judge will come by and say, yes, verifies there's 1,000 meters, and point you down towards the outward path. So to go out of this workstation team, you're heading all the way down and hanging a corner to go out through the out path. Team, when we talk about standards of the ski, once you're on the ski, your heels must stay on the platform, okay? Your heels cannot hang off the end and touch the ground. You must stay on the platform. You must reach your 1,000 meters on the ski. If you attempt to go a little bit too early, a judge is going to stop you and call you back to make sure that you finish the nominated meters, and that kind of acts as like a bit of a deterrent and a slight time penalty once you come back. 1,000 meters for individuals, same thing for a doubles. So as a doubles, two people will run in together. So I'll have my doubles team run in together. Same thing, doubles team will run in. The judge will point them to the nominated ski, go to your nominated ski. The partner must be standing on the doubles mat before you initiate the ski. You will ski your meters. You can change your dampers at any time. Once you switch or transition, the handles must return to the catch before you initiate your ski again. So let's do that transition one more time. Transition, stand with one foot on the mat, continue skiing. Same thing for our doubles team. As you reach 1,000 meters, you will raise your hand, judge will come, yes, then head down through the outbow. Beautiful. Let's see, have I forgotten anything to mention about the ski? Yes, the damper setting. Team, the damper setting will be automatically set to 6 for every racer that comes in. You can change that damper setting as many times as you like throughout your turn. But as for ski, that is pretty much it for the ski workstation. We're going to head over to station number 2.
All right, guys, so come with me and we're going to head up over to station 2. It will be important for you guys to make sure to really check the athlete map tomorrow, before tomorrow, sorry, so that you know which order it is. Because as you will see, it starts with number 6, we go 1, 5, and then from here on it makes more sense. But just keep in mind where you have the different stations. Also here to my left, we have the first recharge station. Here you'll be able to find water during the race. And we also have 2 more down the line, one with Red Bull, one with my protein with a bit of electrolytes, so you guys can make sure to stay hydrated, stay ready, and be fueled throughout the race. All right, guys, the arch is not here right now, but we're gonna sneak in, and you can see the arch right here. This is basically sled push. This is station number 2. And I'm gonna hand over to Alethea again, and she will take you through the standards.
Hey team, let's go through station number 2. Same thing with the ski erg. You must always go to where the judge calls you. So I'm going to wave my individual athlete in. I'm going to point to that lane. You must go to that lane. Once you get to your lane, you're going to start pushing the sled. You must push, 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 push. Good. Okay, and stop right there. Let's pretend that we've pushed it all the way along. He's going to come back around. We're going to show you what you need to do on the other side. So come back this way. Beautiful. I'm going to show you something really important. When you push the sled, it is 4 lengths of 12.5 meters. Every length. Good, and stop. Go, one more time. Good, look, come down here and watch carefully. You must push the sled all the way past the line. If there is a smidge of the sled covering the white line, a judge is going to come over to you and ask you to push it further. Don't argue, just push it a little bit extra and then carry on. So we'll go through that one more time. You come in, you push 4 times, 12.5 meters. At the very end, once you're done, you're going to head down and run towards the outway. As we go out, team, same thing, you're going to head down the outward path. With regards to any penalties on this workstation, we ask that you stay within your lane. Do not go out of your lane or impede on any other lanes. But it is 4 by 12.5 meters, pushing the sled all the way over. That is our individuals. Now let's talk about our doubles. So, same thing, judge will wave you in. Both athletes must be in your block before you commence your push. Athlete 1 can start pushing. Athlete number 2 must walk behind them, inside your lane. You can switch in and out as many times as you like, but you must stay within your lane. You cannot walk into somebody else's lane. Good, and stop there. Let's pretend he's gone all the way down. And then same thing again, we're gonna demonstrate as if this is your last length. You've got to push, keep walking the sled. Remember, athlete following behind. Switch out as many times as you like. Good, staying within your lane. Again, making sure you push that sled all the way past the line. Good. Once it's all the way past the line, then you may go out together, following each other. Team, if you happen to miss some laps accidentally and you only do 3 laps, for one thing, you're going to end up on the wrong side, but also it is automatically a penalty applied to your time without us even knowing. So please don't think you can only do 2 laps and run away. The timing system will catch you. But as for sled push, that is all we have for sled push. Let's head on over to the next one.
Yes. And guys, while we move over to sled pull, let me tell you, this is the new turf. And you might have seen the new turf in Chicago, but it will not be as difficult because in Chicago we had some trouble with the sleds, but the sleds are brand new. The sleds, and we've tested them now for multiple events, and this is actually, it's going to be great for you guys. It is so much more consistent and we really, really like it. So we will have the same turf on both stations and they will be ready for you. They will be, oh, let me just sneak around here and catch you guys over here. Yeah, they will be ready for you. And one thing to notice when we head into sled pull is you will head in on that side. So basically on push, you start and finish on the same side as Alethea told you. But here, which you will see now when I show her, or when she shows you, you will start on the opposite side from where you finish. So, once again, this will be a lot cleaner tomorrow. You will come in, this will be all free, and you will come in to your designated lane. So once again, you go to wherever the judge points, the athletes can start, and when the athlete starts, the head judge will basically keep track on the white lines. So this is basically, we say hot lava. Basically, the lines are lava. You cannot touch them. So when the athlete starts to pull here, he can back up, that's fine, but we must not touch the back line here. So that's what, just to keep that in mind. If you want to stand still and pull it, if you want to back up, if you want to, there are multiple different techniques, but you need to stay within the box. And that's basically it. And once he's pulled it all the way here, he will run over to the other side. And then he will continue from this side. And same rules applies over here. He starts to pull, and he can back up, he can use the whole box. And something to keep in mind when you store the rope is you have to store it within your box because you will have athletes on the side of you. And please don't put the rope in their box. The head judge will come over and tell you, but it's for everyone's convenience and to make sure that it's a fair race. So we don't want ropes in our neighbors' boxes. We want to store them inside our own. And so just keep it tidy, keep it nice. And when we have our doubles team coming in, we will have the first partner starting just as the individual did. Our partner will stand behind the box. And he is not allowed to touch the rope, not with his feet, not with his hands, nothing. It is only the working athlete who can touch the equipment. And so that's also very important. It's still up to him to store it neatly inside the box and make sure. And this is because we don't want the rope back here because we will have other teams running behind. And so it's very important to have all of that stored in here. When he is done and when he's pulled it all the way over the line, they both need to go to the other side. So if you guys are done and you would head over to the other side, we would need both of them to head over. Because just like on push, like Alethea said, we've got timing chips underneath the mat and they will register your chip. And if both of you don't go over, the rep will not count. So you can't stand on one side each and pull it. You need to go over and keep company with your teammate all the time. And you guys will finish on this side. So basically, when you are done with the station, you will end up on this side. And so opposite to sled push, when these guys are finished, when the sled is all the way over, they will run down here and it's the same exit as you had for sled push. So you will see here, he will pull it all the way over and it needs to cross the line fully. Even the part in the air needs to cross the line fully. So you need to have it fully over the line and then you guys can head out. Yeah, and I'll head it over to Alicia.
No, that was good. I think there was a question coming in about, do our shirts mandatory? Great question, of course not. However, if you are disregarding your shirt in the middle of your race, we ask that you put it on the other side of the barricade and then collect it afterwards.
Do you have your mic, Alicia?
No, I don't.
Ah.
Yeah, that would be why it's coming through yours. That's okay. The next one's Neba.
All right, yeah, gotcha. All right, guys, yeah. So do keep that in mind. Let me know if you didn't hear Alicia. We'll repeat it in that case. And we are now heading over to what many would call your favorite station. I hope you've trained for this one. I hope you tried the movement standards. And this one is, of course, burpees. So I'll hand over to Neba, who will take you through the burpee station.
Okay, so guys, this is a burpee broad jump station. So once we enter the station, the athlete will start by placing the hand on the yellow line, do a burpee, basically touch the chest on the ground and jump forward. But you have to jump with both the legs, parallel to each other. There will be no shuffling. Again, it's a penalty if you shuffle or you move forward or land with the staggered legs. Okay. Do it one more time. So we see. Touch the chest to the ground and jump forward with both the legs. Yes. So that's how it's to be done. When in doubles, the non-working partner always stays behind. The non-working partner always walks behind the working partner, and when they want to change, they stand where the partner finishes, the working partner finishes, the non-working partner again stands on the back line and then starts and jumps again. So two things to remember is touch your chest and land with both feet together.
Fantastic. Yes, and since, like I said before, I've been to a couple of races, what I do see as well is when people land, you have a lot of momentum. It's one, like she said, it's easy to stagger a bit because you have a lot of speed. So slow it down, make sure you jump parallel because you don't want that penalty. When you land, it's very easy to put your hands way too far forward. So keep them very close. Alicia will show you, that will not be okay because it's way too far forward from her feet. So when she goes down, this needs to be a maximum of 30 centimeters between her hands and the tip of her toes. So back of her hands, tip of her toes, maximum 30 centimeters. And for you guys, it's up to you to make that very clear for the judges, because it will be fast, it will be quick, and so it will be hard for them to see. So the clearer you are on that, the smaller the chances are that you get a penalty, and you don't want the penalty on burpees. It's awful enough. And yeah, and also when you step up, the fingertips are as far as you can step up. So this would be too far. You cannot step before your fingertips. So you need to keep that in mind as well. If you're flexible, not like I am, but like Alicia are, you need to make sure that this feet does not overstep your fingertips. So this would be okay. And then she just needs to watch her trailing leg when she comes up, make sure it's parallel again, and jump. So here we have textbook example of a good burpee. And you see the lanes. When you come in, you take a lane. You take the one you're assigned to by the judge or one that is free. But you can change lane anytime. You don't need to stick to your lane, but it just helps us all to make sure that we're in the right place and that we have plenty of space for everyone else. All right? Cool. Awesome. We are now going to head back to the row erg. So if you guys follow me out here, I'm going to head back out to, this is what we call the rock zone. The rock zone is the transition zone. This is always where you're going to be between the stations. So between the stations, and you're basically always going to run this way. So the way we came before. Now we're going against the grain, but that's just because we're going backwards to row. But you will always be running the opposite way because, like I said before, you have the big white in arch in the far end. That's where you always come in. And then when we finish this, over by the other end, we have the out arch. The big black arch all the way down there. And that is always, always where you go out on the running track again. If you would mistaken that, so if you would come out of row, for example, and you head back on the running track through the in arch, you will get a 2-minute penalty, and that will be automatically assigned. So it's not someone seeing you, the chip will know it, and you will get a 2-minute penalty automatically. So make sure that you always, when you come out of a station, go to the right. If you always go to the right, you will end up by the out arch and nothing bad will happen, right? Cool. Now we're heading into row work, and I will leave the word to Pramod, who will take you through this station.
Welcome guys, this is Pramod here. So this is our row work station. So the first athlete, like singles athlete, will enter. So head judge or the judges will guide them to go to the row work station. So this is our row work machine. The athlete should always sit on the and then place the foot on the footrest first, and then hold the handle, strap it, and then hold the handle and pull. So athlete can change their rower damper settings anytime and how much they want. Okay, so they can't pull. So once they are done 1000, so they raise their hand, and then head judge or judge checks the 1000 meters, and then they head towards the out arch. Yeah. Now with the doubles. So first athlete comes here and the working athlete comes here and sits. Strap their foot on footrest. Strap it well. Hold the handle and then pull. So once the working athlete is tired and want to change, strap the handle, remove the legs. Once they are out, then the second athlete joins. Strap it first.
Can you adjust the damper?
And then hold the handle and pull. Once they are done, they raise their hand. Judges check the 1000 meters and this meter, and then they let them go to the out arch. We are done with the row. Yeah. So please carry on, sir.
All right, guys. So that was row work. We did have a question about, can you adjust the damper before you start? Yes, you can adjust it before. You can adjust it during you do it. If you're a double, though, it's only the working partner who can do it. So if your partner is rowing, the other partner cannot come up and adjust it. It's only the guy or the girl who's actually rowing. So only the working partner can adjust it, but you can adjust it anytime you want. It's going to be preset on 6, but anytime you want, how many times you want, you can adjust it. Cool. All right, let's head back out to the rock zone. And if you check here on the floor, we have the arrows, and these arrows will guide you. Once again, they will guide you to the right and make sure that you head out the right direction. All right, we do have a question.
There was a question. Can we put our feet down on the ground when we're rowing?
Ah, okay, so the question was, just because you don't have a mic, I'll repeat it. Can you put your feet down on the ground while you row? No, you cannot. So actually, you need to have your feet in the feet rest before you grab the handle. It's a 10-second penalty if you don't. So in with your feet, make sure they're up on the rower, and then you start rowing. And they actually need to stay, or no, the feet can come off, but you need to stay seated until you reach 1,000 meters. So while you row, the feet need to be in the feet rest, and as soon as you're done, you can get out of it and get going. But if you don't, the problem is you will actually pull the whole rower will move. So you need to have your feet there to make sure that it all works smoothly. So good question, feet needs to be in. All right, we are now heading over to farmer's carry. This is station number 6. So when you're done with the row, you will head out the out arch. You will, and I will just gonna repeat this because the sake of you guys running the right amount of laps. So when you come out, you will go out the out arch, you will start running. The out arch, basically you come out, same point as where we had the start tunnel. You will run, you will see this out arch, in arch once, continue, you come around again, you see it twice, you continue, you don't go in, not until you see it the third time. Not until the third time you see it, you head back in. And when it's farmer's carry, you will be right on the doorstep to the station. So you'll come right in here, And Niba once again will tell you what's going to happen here.
Okay, so once you come to farmer's carry station, the athlete picks up the proper weight, the right weight, and runs one whole lap. Okay, so it's just going to be one lap. Also, if the athlete wants to rest, then he can place the kettlebells besides his legs and not forward. This is a penalty. First, you give a warning, and second infringement onwards, it's 15-second penalty. So he walks again, he picks up the weight, walks again, and completes the loop. In case of doubles partners, if the athlete wants to rest, the doubles partner comes from behind and picks up the weight. The passing of the weight cannot be from the front. अब आगे से नहीं ले सकते weight. आपको हमेशा पीछे से weight लेना होता है और आपको दौड़ना है. आप दौड़ सकते हो और आप चल भी सकते हो. अगर गलती से आपको realize होता है कि आपने गलत weight चुना है, then you have to repeat the entire station with the correct weight, okay, or you will be disqualified.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks. This and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm out.
And run. It will be a penalty of 30 seconds. The judges can call you, and then you have to place the kettlebells properly and then move on to the next station.
Yes, that's it. And sorry? Yes, exactly. So, like I said before, there are three different bracelets: white, gray, and black. And you see it right here. So if you have a white bracelet, you will go for the 16 kgs. If you have a gray bracelet, you will go for the 24s. And if you have a black bracelet, you will go for the 32 kgs. And this is the same color scheme all through the stations. So basically everywhere where you have weights to pick up, farmer's carry, sandbag lunges, wall balls, the weight that you need to pick up is the same weight as your wristband. So that helps you, that helps the judges to know which one you're getting. Cool. Really important for this one, when you finish, when you put your kettlebells down, don't turn around and go out here, because this is the in arch. So we don't want to go out here. 2-minute penalties, guys. So put them down and we run same as always. We go to the right and we go all the way down. And that's actually what we're going to do right now, because we're going to head to station number 7, which is lunges. And once again, when we head down through the rock zone will be full of people. Everyone will be moving in the same direction, which helps. But you need to look out, because on your right hand side, you will have people finishing stations, and they will come out sometimes with a lot of speed. So make sure that you keep your eyes open, don't run into anyone. Thankfully, we won't have any forklifts tomorrow, and you won't be needing to worry about those, of course. But all in all, we will have people finishing their stations coming out here, and some people will be running really fast, some people a bit slower. So do have your eyes open, make sure to take care of each other. It's a race, a lot of people will be here and racing, and we want to have a good time together, right? So do take care of each other.
Sorry, Jacob. We had a question come through since we're at burpee station.
Oh yeah, let's take a question.
Yeah, a great question about the burpee station was, what is the distance for the burpees?
What's good
the
question.
breakup?
Good question. So on burpees, it's 80 meter in total. We have two lengths, which means it's 40 meter that way and then 40 meters back. So that will be the I guess, way we split up the burpees here. For farmer's carry that we just checked, it's 200 meters in total. And in this race, it's just gonna be one big lap. So as soon as you're done with that lap, put the kettlebells down and you're done. Some races we do have 2 laps for farmer's carry, but you don't have to worry about that tomorrow. You just grab your kettlebells, go where the judge assigns you, and you will be all good. And I will say, you guys are a bit lucky because when we have, sometimes some races, we have 80 meters of burpees with no break. And let me tell you, when you lie down that first one and you see 80 meters straight, you worry about ever finishing. So, but luckily we've got 2 times 40 tomorrow. All right, we're at the second to last station. At this point, you guys will be tired. This will be pretty hectic, but it is a very cool station. So I will leave the word to Teddy here, who will take over and let you know about the rules for the lunges.
For the sandbag lunges, we have 3 categories. 10 kilos, that is for women's, 20 kilos for men's, and for pros, that is 30 kilos. So in this, an athlete will come and carry the sandbag on his shoulder, and then he comes in the arch and start a lunge before the line. So he steps in. When he lunges, he makes sure that he touches his knees down, and then he lunges forward. And the next, slow. When he goes for the lunge, go down, come up. He makes sure that his hip is opening up, clearly opening up, and then going for the next lunge. If he's doing infringement, wherein he's not touching his knees down or putting his handbag down, there'll be a penalty of 15 seconds. First there'll be a warning, and then second one it will be a warning. Second time it will be a penalty. Over here, the sandbag lunges is 100 meters, wherein 25 meters left. From here, we go to the next lap. We make a next lap. So over here, this line, athlete comes in, do a lunge, one more, and then walks around here, and then start with the lunges again over here. He makes sure that he touches his knees down and then walks in front. So this is 4 loops. So 25, 25, 25, 25. So into 4, so it is 100 meters of lunges, sandbag lunges. So we walk down here. Yeah, sure.
The question was, are you allowed to lunge with your heel on the line
No, you're not allowed to lunge with the heel on the line.
for your last lunge?
Yeah, for the last lunge.
Turn around, continue lunging across that way.
Make sure you cross the line. Make sure you cross the line. Okay, and then walk around. And then start with the lunge over here. So we go down, walk across.
Yeah, and make sure, guys, that you do finish that lunge all the way over the line. Even if your shoe is just touching this much, you will have to do one more. So make sure that your feet fully clears the line. And we will do a little shortcut here to go through the fence barriers so we can show you the end of this station.
Do a lunge. So over here, we do the lunges. Come back, finish it off. Lunge, come back. Enough. Now, we go there, throw the sandbag lunges from where you have picked it up, and then go through the out station for the run course. We run. Yeah, and for the doubles. Okay. Now we comes for the double. Coach. Athlete comes in, goes with the sandbag. For the doubles, the athlete, the partner will stay behind the athlete. If he wants to pass the bag, he can pass it from the backwards, not from the front. And from the passing, the athlete starts from there itself. And then the rest follows in.
And just to be really clear on the passing, guys, so when you pass the sandbag, Nell, who is having, wait a second. So Nell, who has the sandbag, he can actually turn around and pass it in front of him. So he can take it down, pass it in front of him to his buddy. He just needs to make sure that he still starts from where Nell was standing. So you can't gain any ground by passing it forward, but you can turn around and pass it like in front of you. You can pass it sideways, you can pass it behind. You don't need to pass it like from your back, just so you know. So it's okay as long as you start from the same position. We just don't want anyone to gain ground without doing lunges. That's the most important part for us.
So another thing, an athlete cannot throw the sandbag down. First time, warning. Second time, disqualification.
And with the warning comes a 15-second penalty. So it's costly from the first time. If you put it down, you will get a warning and a 15-second penalty. And second time, you will be disqualified. Because if everybody did it, we would have sandbags lying everywhere and we couldn't do the lunges. So that's why we do that.
We go to the next station.
Yes. So we're done here. We're going to head back out. We do have a question here.
The question is, how many lengths and what is the distance?
Right. So the total distance on lunges is 100 meters. But we have 4 lengths, which means it's 25 each. So we're going to head down here, 25, come back, 25. So that will be 50. You'll be halfway. And then another 2. So 25 each. So if you're a doubles pair, maybe you want to switch it up and do 1 length each, and you will do 50 in total per person, but maybe 25 is too much. You can switch whenever you want. Any more questions?
So the question about relay teams.
Yes.
So how does it work for their standards?
Right. So relay basically follow the same standards as the individuals. When you do a relay, it will only be one of the team out on the course at the time. The rest will be waiting basically just behind me here. We have the relay transition zone. So the 3 of you who are not working, you will be over here waiting for your partner. The one who is working will be out on the station. And that person will do the run 3 times. So third time it comes in the in-arch. And then we'll go to the station and basically do the same thing as we've shown for the individuals. So you will be by yourself on the station and you just go as hard as you can. As soon as you're done and you can go and switch with your buddy. So you can go full send. Really fun with relays, gotta say. And maybe you have one more question?
Can you put your bag down within the dead zone?
No. You can actually, it's a bit harsh, but you cannot put the sandbag down anywhere. So as soon as you grab it from there, it has to stay on your body, on your shoulders, until you're done. Technically, you could have it in front, you could rest here, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense. So I would keep it on my shoulders all the time. And as long as you're lunging, it needs to be on your shoulders, cannot be anywhere else. But you're never allowed, not even in the dead zones are you allowed to put it down. So always on your shoulders. And then once again, when you come out, you take a right, and now we're pretty close to the out arch, so you see it. Big black out arch, you run straight through it, take a left, and you're out on the running course again. All right, we are heading to the last station, guys. And this is, of course, wall balls. This is where the party is at. This is where you're closest to the DJ, the music will be pumping, the vibe is crazy, you'll have the MCs going nuts. And so when you come in here, you see that we have 2 rigs. And basically, there will be a head judge here directing you to either of the rigs. So you see Alethea right now, she will be directing you and pointing to which rig you need to go to. When you arrive to the rig, there will be someone else taking care of you and making sure that you are assigned to the right spot. And for that, I leave the word.
Hi, welcome back. We are, as we come to the last station, it is the last 100 wall balls. Okay, 4 kilos for women's, again 6 kilos for men's, and 9 kilos for pros. So basically, we come here. I'll show you the standards. So Pramod is holding 6 kgs. So basically he has to squat down. He has to go below his knee line. Okay, still go down. Okay, so this is a rep, is a good rep. So when he comes up, he has to touch the ball to the 3 meters mark. So come this side. There are 2 marks over there. The down one is for women's, 2.7 meters, and the top one is for the men's, that is 3 meters mark. So basically for men's, you have to touch down, go on top, touch the mark over there, and then come down, squat down, go down, yes, do a no rep. So basically this is a no rep. Men's cannot put the ball on the woman's mark. Go down again. So here he has to go down more. Okay, great. Go up. That's a no rep. So basically for squats also this is a no rep. If a judge will make sure that he's going down and making a good rep. Go down. Yeah. So from here, if suppose the athlete is on 98th or 99th rep and he continues to go to the finish line, the judge or the volunteer will call him back and make sure he finishes the 100 wall balls. And if even the athlete finishes, there's a 10-second penalty for a rep. Suppose he did 99 reps and then finish it off, so there's a 10-second penalty. It will add up to your finishing line.
It is, and from this new rulebook, it's actually 15 seconds.
15
per rep.
seconds. Okay.
So it's really costly. So make sure that you check with the judge that you've done all your reps before you're done. We have a question here.
You have to catch the ball every single time.
Right. Yeah, so I can answer that because I've seen that in multiple races where basically the person will throw the ball but not catch it, let it bounce on the floor and then grab it again. And that is okay if he then stands up tall, because you need to stand up tall like this before every rep. So every time you grab the ball, you need to stand up tall and then throw it. But if he would pick it up and then start from the bottom here, that would not be a rep. So I'll just show it flowy because it's hard to explain. So it's not because of Pramod, it's just because I want to be. So if I would start like that, that would be a no rep on the first one because I didn't stand up tall. So I need to pick up the ball, start from here, do the first one. If I then drop it in between and start from the bottom, so I would do like this, let it drop, pick it up here. This would all be no reps. None of those would be counted, which you do want. So you can do single reps, you can do one at a time, but you need to pick the ball up and stand up tall in between each rep. For doubles, yes.
So for the doubles partner. Okay, yeah. So if the athlete is tired, he can just drop the ball down, and switch over, and then the second partner starts, and then they continue till the 100th rep. Can also pass the ball to the partner and then switch, and then the second partner starts again. Now this is the 100th rep. They finish the wall balls. Now they are going for the finish line. Here, the athlete will follow to the finish line. They have to both have to go together, and then the race ends.
All right, we do have a question here.
Okay, the question is, is the distance counted from inside the station also, apart from running across from the other? From the run track.
Right, yes. So sometimes we get the question of, are the races actually the same distance? Is everyone around the globe running the same distances? And I promise you, we've measured even this, where I'm standing right now, we're measuring every meter. Every meter you run throughout the race course, we are measuring. And so they're honestly actually the same everywhere you go. So it doesn't really matter. Sometimes the running tracks are a bit longer, you will do fewer laps. Sometimes they're a bit shorter, you do more laps. But in the end, you will always run the same distance on a Hyrox race, even if the stations are different length and whatnot. So that's a good question, but yes, we always measure every single meter. And I do think Alicia has another question here.
The question was about the distance with the doubles. Do you have to run the whole distance together? Yes, you run all the distances together. The only portion that you are sharing is each workstation. You share the work amongst yourselves. I think there was a question about One more question. Can you bounce the ball and keep it going, or does the ball need to come to a dead stop before you pick it up on the wall balls?
Right, so it does not need to come to a dead stop, but once again, it will not be allowed. If it bounces, you cannot pick it up on the way down. You will need to pick it up, stand tall, and start off again. That's every rep. You need to stand tall and start every rep from there.
We have a lot of questions also coming in about the surface of the run course.
The surface of the run course.
What is the surface that they are all running on?
Yeah, so the surface in here is pretty close to concrete. It's pretty glossy, it's a little bit slippery. So keep that in mind when you run tomorrow, but it will be clean, it will be nice, tidy. We do have there are basically some I would call them metal plates. But all of that we will go through and make sure that
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words you can